Welcome back, folks. Where are you watching from today? Put it down in the comments, and of course, hit that like button and crush that subscribe button. We're just getting started. This is what it's about. It's about taking a little bit and turning it into financial freedom. There's never a guarantee out there. The best thing we can do is find the best research we have, go out there, do our thing, keep working, plugging away, but understanding there's hope. There is always hope at the end of the tunnel, and that's what I'm striving for, at least that generational wealth. Start a little positivity. It's been a rough couple of days. I know yesterday was good, but not everything out there was so positive over the last week. Shout out iBeach. Let's go. I see the wins. I see you. iBeach with more wins. We got the wins piling up. Hoff out there with the wins. Ace Master, let's go. Zebulon in the house. Ace Master again. R Cube. Zenzillions. That's a lot. That is a lot. I don't know how much a Zenzillion is, but when he has an S, so it's Zenzillions. And that has to be a lot. I love it. Kaiser Yi in the house. Big Dog. Jose Antonio. Ace Master again. So yeah, 808 Tensei, one of our expert traders. A lot of good things in here. I just wanted to shout out and say I appreciate all the members. If you're not in the Discord, you got yourself one day. This is it. This is the last full day today. You can join down below. First link, you can get in for 50% off your first month, code MOON, but this is expiring shortly. This is the last full day we have of this. If you want 20% off, you can do it right there. This is going away as well. We won't have the 20%. So take advantage of this. I always, you know what happens is we get to the point, because this is going up by 40%. I'm increasing the price by 40%. Everybody who's already in is grandfathered in. You don't have to pay more. And we're going to continue to add more and more to the Discord. It is absolutely one of the best, if not the best Discord out there. And of course, one of the cheapest already. So yeah, let's talk. The portfolio. You guys are watching a portfolio. You know, this isn't lost on me. I know it's a big number. This is my retirement. This is my financial future. This is everything to me. And I started at 2231, and I wanted to make sure everybody could watch this. Even if you're not in the Discord, that's why I put it on here. But if you're in the Discord, you see the private live streams, the portfolio, you see it all. The expert traders, the breadbot alerts, the breadbot charts, all of it. When I first started teaching, I think it was 30,000 a year. And so this is a lot. That is a lot of dough right there. And it still amazes me. And I got that mindset that, once I see this, I want to keep it forever. But I also realize the assets that I'm in are highly volatile. Highly volatile. I got triple leverage right here for the treasuries. I got the crypto in here, and in the other portfolio, I got 2 times crypto. And so I expect to see big moves. Big moves, all right? And I'm glad to see this. And like I said, I locked in 100,000 over from the crypto portfolios. That's in cash now. And we are up 178,000 here. So put it together, we're up $278,000 live in front of everybody in under 3 months. That's good. That's the kind of returns that are going to help me turn this 2 into a 10. And that's what I'm trying to do. With that being said, I come down here. I see the stocks. I want you guys to realize I'm looking for some value at this point. Doesn't mean they can't keep dropping. As you're seeing, they absolutely can keep dropping. Down 3% on Comcast. ConAgra down 3%. 2.4 on SoFi. Pfizer down a little bit. The big dogs running nicely. Avgo, Baba. What do we got here? The big one, NVIDIA. Buying all the other companies too. Investing in those. NVIDIA's looking interesting. I like it. All right, now look at this red. Remember, I just told you I'm up 278. So don't look at the red and think he's down. No, I got out, sold, waited for it to drop, got in, it dropped a little more. And so now we're seeing a little bit of a recovery. Obviously, this right here could be green in a single day or massively red today. I don't know. We can see the candles already. You can see the candle. These are the 4-hour candles I'm watching. Let's go to the daily candle, give you an idea. It should be a little bit red, a little bit green. So is this going to cross and take this out? I think so by the end of the day. I think by the end of this week, we will have confirmed above the 50. If not, that's bad news. And I'm going to be blunt with everybody. I do, as I watched all this, and I see a new lower low, right? And I need to see a new higher high. I can't have this drop below right here. We don't want to drop below there. We want to get up above this. We need a new higher high. Break this trend. And I'm not going to be surprised to see some. So you got a left shoulder. You got a head here. I'm not going to be surprised to see a right shoulder in between here. And then take off. I'm not going to be surprised to see an inverse head and shoulders. I don't expect it, but I'm not going to be surprised to see it, and I'll hold throughout it. But I will give you this. If we confirm below 37.40, 37.60, I'm sorry, 37.60, and we confirm below it, that's where I'm going to start cutting. And I hate to do that. Oh, I would hate to do that. And I don't think I'm going to have to be blunt. But I also don't sit there and hold blindly forever. You lose this support right here. To me, that tells you you're going to have a big, big sell-off. And I'd wait for the reversal at that particular moment. So for anybody that's been asking me, Mo, when would you try to de-risk? That's it. So I've been buying leveraged Ethereum and buying Bitcoin and everything where you guys can see it to the tune of how much? Well, we got XRP 120 something, 145, 245, 840. Wow. So you're looking at about 1.1 there. And I got 100 and something thousand in 2 times. So I got like 1.3 to 1.4 in exposure to crypto. In other words, any move is a big move, up or down. And I'm playing it that by December, the end of December, I should be doing okay. Now, what is going to get me there? Well, right now, the markets aren't primed to rip in terms of the government shutdown, the social media posts, things that are negative towards it. The SEC needs to be able to work. Can't have government shutdowns. Everything's disrupted. So until this government shutdown is over, I think you're having a pause on everything I told you to be excited about. It doesn't mean you're crashing down. You already kind of saw this right here. I think they learned their lesson. What I'm looking at, though, is a little bit of not this bad of volatility anymore after the last few days. But what I am looking for is consolidation. Just kind of up and down, a little bit sideways until the government shutdown's over. Once the government shutdown is over, I expect the next 365 days absolutely to be tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. I think once that government shutdown is over and everybody's getting back to it, I think it happens then. I think it's ignition. I think you see good things. The SEC's getting to it. All these approvals for these spot ETFs, working on the Clarity Act. Of course, I know there's some that's been bogged down on top of it. I was hoping for that to get passed before the end of the year. That's not looking like it's going to happen. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it's not if, but when in my mind. For those candidates in DC, and like it or hate it, here's the truth. Crypto is lobbying like there is no tomorrow. And those who back crypto are going to get the benefit of crypto backing them. And that's huge. And those who go against them are risking being underfunded going into an election compared to the candidate who backs crypto. And it's obviously, to me, it's obvious that the American people want crypto. We want it. We want to be able to see it. We want to see it prosper. We want to see it grow. Not everybody, but I would say the majority. And I could be off there, but I would think the majority does. I think they did things like how many Americans have ever owned crypto? And it is a lot bigger than I thought it was. And I think the younger generation absolutely are into this compared to the older generation, which is older than me. In other words, it's becoming more and more mainstream. And as these spot ETFs and staking is allowed and all this other thing keeps happening, that's even better. And so I'm excited to see where we go. So I have the Ethereum here. This candle's a little bit red. I go over to the XRP candle. We see how that is. Just a little bit, just nothing really, right? At the time of me making this. By the time you're watching, it could be huge one way or the other. Hopefully green. All right, let's get this thing rolling up. Like I said, though, you're having some buying. A little bit ups and downs. We're going to see where it goes. Any kind of tweet, message, shout, any news could change this for the day. And so I'm aware of that. Same thing with XRP. I'm going to give you my line. We get underneath 237 and confirm, I got to make the hard decision, which would be to de-risk. It doesn't mean selling everything. I would cut back. I wouldn't go completely out. I don't think we'll get back there and confirm. That means finish below it and have an opening and closing candle below that. If we get that, that tells me this is worse than expected. I don't expect it. All right. Go to Solana. Solana is another one. You guys know I got over 100,000 in. I'll show you this one. So for Solana, as you can see, the support was here. You had a triple testing. Boom, boom, boom. If we finish below 177 and confirm, I'm out. I'll be de-risking. I'm giving you guys all the lines in the sand for myself. And Bitcoin. Bitcoin's out of this too. I want you guys to know Bitcoin has a line. This one's down a lot lower though, 108. So if we confirm below 108, I am gone. The surprising thing here, and this is not good, you got the 5 crossing over the 50. That is absolutely super bearish. The only thing I like to go more is when the 13 crosses. The 13 crosses the 50, I love being short. I love being short at that particular moment. Anybody that watches me day trade, which I'll be doing today at 2 o'clock Eastern, privately in the Discord, be a member, be an earner, you're going to watch me. And this is one of the things I look forward to. The 5 dips, the 13's coming down. We normally get a big sell-off. I don't know if that happens this time because you got a lower low, a new higher low, and I'm expecting a higher low again. I won't be surprised to retest 110.7, but I don't think we get that low. Maybe we go into this range right here. I don't know, but I am watching for it. I'm pretty pumped. Like I said, I got a lot riding on this. Can't turn a 2 into a 10 unless you take a little bit of risk. I'm not trying to wait 50 years for it. So I'm taking a lot of risks, and it's okay for me. I'm going to continue to do my thing here. Let me know, do you think crypto is higher? This is an easy question. Do you think crypto is higher by the end of the year? This year, December, it's right after Christmas, right before the New Year's Day. You're like, are we higher than we are right now? If the answer is yes, you can let me know down below. And what crypto are you in? If you think no, how low do you think we're going to go? You can pick your favorite crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, XRP. How low do you think we're going to go? Personally, I think we're going to be at new higher highs post-government shutdown. I'm hopeful that the government doesn't stay shut down all the way through October, but the way I see it, you just never can tell down there. We're going to keep sitting here waiting, twiddling my thumbs, waiting for that opportunity, and then take advantage of it. All right, if you guys haven't taken advantage of the Discord, you're down to your last full day today. Boom. First link down below. Get in there. You're going to save 50% off that first month. It should be automatic, but this is it. Don't come back and say, oh, Mo, whoa, it's really expensive now. You had the chance to get in today. Click the 20% to get the annual membership because we're going, remember, this is going up to $69.99. You have a chance at an annual to get it at $39.99. All you got to do is click the button for the discount. No code needed. And take advantage of it. Now, we do have the webinar open for free. There's no cost there. It's an hour long of me teaching. Second link down below. You can learn my framework for technical analysis. And the third link down below gets you over to Kraken. Beautiful. Trade 100 and get 25 in XRP. This is one of the things I did. I worked with them, so you guys can take advantage of that as well. All right, folks, that's the update. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now, let's get out there and make some money.